we got a special treat. Jameson's Caskmates. This is their Stout Edition. We're going to start off the show today by trying this out, seeing how we like it, seeing what we do like, what we don't like. And disclaimer, we have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah. Because it's Irish, right? You know everything about Scotch, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not much.
So we really don't know what we're doing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And if you would hold this for 1 second,
Sure
please.
thing.
And
Yeah, okay. Bye.
the highly coveted, oft sought after USA Kilts Glencairn glasses.
Pretty sweet.
That's how we must ingest,
You
imbibe.
guys, can you see the etching back there? By the way, today, guys, we got Mac doing the questions for us, and he's behind the console with our good friend Adam, so you'll hear those voices as we go through the show today.
All right. So, has anyone ever had this before? You?
I haven't.
Mac? No? Okay. So, we are all virgins to the Jameson Caskmates Stout Edition.
I've had Irish whiskeys, but I've never had that.
Yeah, I've had the regular Jameson before. I've never had the Caskmates Edition. So,
I've had Redbreast and one that just came out called the Sextant,
okay.
which I bought, honestly, for the bottle, because the bottle was freaking cool.
Can you deliver this to Mr. Mac, pretty please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, with Irish whiskey, I'm assuming I don't know. Do you pour water in it to open it up, or you just
I would
sip it the same way you do?
I would think that
Scotch?
I would think that if you're trying to catch the esters the way the water is supposed to help with Scotch, it would go with any distilled beverage, really. I mean, not something weak, but something that has a lot of the either herbal or the malt flavors and everything.
Okay.
Basically anything that comes from grain.
Okay.
I would think that you might be tempted to add the water to get that to work, but I'm fine either way.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Mac, give it a good nose.
what do you think, Mac? So far?
You smell anything, Mac?
Oh my God, Mac's keeled over.
I smell the glass.
That good, huh?
How do you smell glass?
He has a cold. I can tell it smells sweet to me.
Yeah.
I can smell a very malty. It's I guess the gag is that they age it in stout.
Yeah, this
barrels.
one's aged in stout
Yeah,
barrels.
okay, that's where I'm getting that. That's what it's making me think of.
All right.
All right, Sláinte. It's super sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very, very sweet.
Really sweet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you taste any of the stout
A little bit.
chocolatey? Okay, now I'm getting a chocolatey note on the back end.
Some caramel, but that's kind of low
Yeah.
bar. Caramel flavoring is kind of
Yeah,
taste that in a lot of things.
yeah. Mac, any thoughts?
No, but we do have. Adrian tells us just a very small splash of water in any whiskey.
That's what I thought.
Brings out the nose.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
that's what I thought. Thanks, Adrian.
all right, then I'll try it.
We'll have a before and after test.
Just for Adrian. just for you, Adrian.
I like it, but it's not Scotch. How's that for a blanket statement?
Is that enough?
Tiny bit more, I think. Okay, that's probably more than enough.
All right.
The nose is a little more floral now, so
Yeah.
immediately I can tell it kind of cut some of the basic sweet. It's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. It's. I can tell it's not cheap. It's like it's smooth. It's like it's not giving me the kind of end
Right. It's
that
not,
you get
not
some.
rot gut.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. It doesn't have that little.
The little kick at the
yeah,
end.
it's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Not bad.
But I mean, as a cocktail person, my mind with this more immediately goes to what I could mix it with, as opposed to with
Right.
scotches
Just
like the
straight.
Lagavulin, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't mess with that. You don't want to. So I guess that's what they say about Irish whiskey in general, is that basically it's just generally not usually as complex as Scotch whiskey, whiskey,
Yeah.
whiskey without the e.
Yeah. Now,
Would you agree? I mean,
yes. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Highland Scotch,
Okay.
where it's a sweeter, lighter kind of taste.
You don't have any of the earthiness.
Yeah,
There's
you don't
no
have any
peatiness.
earthiness, peatiness, smokiness,
Yeah.
none of that. That's pretty much, very, very indicative of the Islay Scotches, though. That's what I drink is Lagavulin and mostly the
Yeah.
Islay Scotches. So it's definitely a smoother, lighter. The finish doesn't last as long. Like
I agree.
When we drink Lagavulin, it just kind of sits in your mouth and then your nose kind of thing for 20 minutes, half hour afterward. Well, not 20 minutes, but like 5 minutes afterwards, you're still tasting it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of the appeal.
yeah.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah.
Yes, this doesn't really have that. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm a Philistine, but my first thought is I would love to make a hot toddy out of this, especially this time of year. You think so, Mac? This would make a great hot toddy. Yeah.
Ted also is asking, is it comparable to any Scotch that you know?
Specifically, I mean, you say it's a highland, kind of like a highland, but
Highland and the fact that it's not an Islay Scotch.
wah, wah.
I don't know Scotches well enough to give you a firm answer on it, what it is comparable to. It is sweet. It is a little bit, that chocolatey kind of,
a little bit. Yep.
caramely kind of taste to
Yep.
it. So
It's pleasant.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Obviously, more research is required. Now we gotta get a Highland Scotch or two.
bring them all, just line them up.
I've been saying I think we should do that. I think we should at some point we should do like I said we should have the Lagavulin test. This one's worth 1 Lagavulin. This one's worth 3 Lagavulins. Just invent a scale and do some compare and contrast things.
Should we do that with just Islay Scotches? So you could tell like the different levels of smokiness and smoothness and peatiness and.
How sober do you want to be by the end?
Well,
of the
I'm not saying
broadcast?
5 ounces of each.
I know, I'm just teasing. Yeah, I think you could do that. Yeah, that make sense. In the fullness of time, we do like 3 or 4. Now, here's a trick question for you. Would you serve this for a burn supper?
No.
Absolutely not. No. Yes. We're going to be talking about Burns Night a little bit coming up. This show probably, and certainly in January. Happy holidays ahead of time to everybody. But the next thing coming up of major importance to most of us on the calendar after Hogmanay will be Burns Night. And whiskey is, of course, a huge part of that.
Yep.
Right?
And for those of you who don't know what Burns Night is, it is the celebration of the National Bard of Scotland, Robert Burns. His birthday is January 25th. So usually the Friday or Saturday right around that date is when most people host a Burns supper or go to Burns suppers and that kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
All in all, Mac, what's your opinion? Go with you first.
Yeah.
I like this better than just regular the normal
I would totally
Jameson.
agree with that.
I agree
like
with
this
that
a lot
100%.
better.
Yeah.
I would buy this over that any day.
Okay.
For me, I have had Redbreast, and this would be kind of a toss-up between... I think I would still like Redbreast better because it has like a fruity note to it that this doesn't have. It has kind of like an apricot note, which I like.
Okay.
Thank you, James Diener, by the way. He's the guy who introduced me to that.
Nice.
But it's pleasant. It's pleasant. It's not, wow, it's so good, but it's pleasant.
I like the pleasant. I'll stick with that as well. It's
a little
pleasant.
non-committal, but
Yeah, well, it's I wouldn't turn it down if somebody offered it to me.
yeah.
No, I'll have water, thanks. No,
I got some Fireball here for you.
No, scale of 1 to 10, 1 being swill, 10 being Lagavulin.
No bias here at all.
No bias at all. The 10 being Lagavulin, I would give this. Well, anything not. This is my disclaimer. Anything non-Islay Scotch, I'm gonna downgrade immediately for my own personal taste.
Right.
So I'd say this. It's a solid 5.
Okay.
5.5.
It's cool.
Solid 5.5. You? Number?
I'm going to say 5.5. I don't have enough of I'm not going to make a huge
Okay.
comparison, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's very pleasant. I could see using it for things. If I was going to drink an Irish whiskey straight like we are right now, I'd probably go with the Redbreast first rather than this.
Okay.
But that's my,
Okay.
Yeah.
Mac, do you have a number?
I'm probably right there with you, right around
Middle of the range.
5, 6,
Yeah.
somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Cool.
All right. That is our unbiased, uncultured opinion on Jameson Caskmates Stout Edition.